Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a new Annapurna interactive adventure, published by, called I Am Dead, as I'm sure you already know by now. Let me just check my audio level real quick. Oh, I think it's fine. Alright. We're launching right into this. I know very little about it, other than that it's a seeming puzzle game. And I'm going in cold. Looking forward to it. Cold and dead, one must assume. Let's launch in. Okay, fine. We'll choose a slot first. I don't know why I'm whispering. Just seems right. When you're dead. Move. Get out the way. Oh, sorry. I can kind of turn to see the lighthouse. It's so pretty, but my neck is just so kinked. Kinky.
Well, here I am again. Maurice Lupton, off for my morning walk.
Oi, toy, toy. Good to meet you,
This
Morris.
must be the finest stretch of beach on the finest island the whole world over. For a little speck of land in the North Atlantic, it sure is a good un.
It sure is.
Oh,
I'm enjoying
I
it,
see
Grandma.
those yoga folks up at the
Now I can see
lighthouse
the
out up bright and early, saluting the sun and all that. I always thought that looked like fun.
It does, doesn't it? Let's join them, Morris. Let's
That this walk isn't the
downward
same
face our
without
dog.
Sparky. She did love
no.
chasing that tennis ball.
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, Sparky. I miss you, girl.
Didn't mean to bring back bad memories for you there, Mr. Lupton.
Shelmerston used
Bad
to be
memories,
a quiet
but they sure are a good
You'd
one.
only come here if you liked fishing or bird watching. But since the new ferry service started, we get loads of tourists.
Oh, just loads
But
and
what
loads.
you gonna do? It's always changing.
I see a bench.
The crater's
Can't
definitely
wait.
been smoking more than usual lately. That's funny, that, for a dormant volcano.
Hello, hello. So nice
Yep.
to see you there. Yes, indeed.
Shelmerston's a
Soul
smashing
past.
place. I'm lucky to call it home.
All right, let's get to this bench before my poor old knees give out. Crunch. They cry as they give out.
Ah,
Is there a message?
the bench. Yeah, this is, well, it's my bench. Yeah, the museum paid for it because I was the curator there. Yeah, and they did
Buzz.
that to remember me because, oh yes, I am dead.
He said the title of the game. All right, we're done. We made it, everyone. Nice game. I
It's
hope you enjoyed
been
the beach.
some adjustment,
The sun on the
but
beach.
not all bad. Yeah, I should probably go and check on the museum, actually.
As curator, I think that would be wise. Do your job, Morris. Hello, hello. So nice to see you.
Yeah, I've been collecting
So
the
nice to see you
stories of
there, Miss
Shelmerston
Tabby.
for years now, here in my
One
museum.
moment.
There are so many stories, and wonderful ones.
Woo!
The museum started
I like
off
that little
small,
draggy
but just
effect.
grew
It's nice.
and grew.
Much like my stomach after a full meal or two. I see that comment in the chat. Wonderful work on No Sleep a few weeks ago. Season 18, Episode 2. I have no memory. My memory being so poor as it is of which one that was, but thank you. That is incredibly kind. It has been a while since I've done one. I felt like I was in every episode of Season 18, but then I've missed at least 2 now. Slacking as I am. Alright, what are we looking for? The reception desk. Ding, I'm ready to be received. Well, that sounded
It's
weird.
shut at the moment, of
That made
course.
it sound weird.
Not sure what's going to happen with it now that I'm no longer doing it. I do
6
like
feet
coming
under.
back here, though.
Pushing
Gives me a
up
bit of purpose.
daisies.
Which I've really missed since, becoming dead.
Morris seems like a sweet man, and I grieve him deeply. All right. Oh, is that me? I am a sweet man, and look at little Sparky there. It's so nice to see you again, Sparky. Ashes, I must presume, to dust, we all will follow Sparky. But God, she loved that tennis ball.
Oh, one thing that's been keeping me amused. Since I've been dead, I found I can do some new things.
Oh, gross, Morris. Oh, you mean like ghostly powers. I see now. Good afternoon indeed. I am playing dead. Yes. Alright, slicing in. Is this my ghostly power? Let's check. Ooh. I don't even have to open this.
Pretty weird.
The drawers come to
I'm
me.
not sure what use it is. It's been keeping me quite entertained.
That seems nice, Morris. So I'm proud. Just keep rotating it around, I guess. You.
But
It's
the
you.
novelty's worn off. I mean, it's been, I don't know how long exactly, but an awful long time since I've had anyone to talk to. Well, anyone who talked back, anyway.
Feeling a little lonely, are we, in the afterlife, Morris? I can fix that. I happen to know of a, afterlife companion service. Again, that makes it sound weird. Interesting. Whoa. Whoa. How do I use this strange ability for the betterment of the living? Do you already know and you're refusing to tell me, Morris? Hooray! He cries from the Bronze Age. Now he cries, oh no, I'm falling! It's hardly important. We have hooks. Got your hooks in me. And this. There. Little smiley man? Maybe someone disguised as a bush. Hardly seems appropriate to look at it from this angle. Never mind. Alright. I'm fascinated, Morris. Tell me, what are we doing here? What is the, dare I say, purpose of this? Okay. Once again, it's hard to crane your neck when you're dead. I understand. That's fine. What can we slice on the reception desk? Into the leaflet stand we go. Meet the Bog Woman, this island's oldest resident. And you just call her the Bog Woman? That doesn't sound like... Does she have a name? Should we maybe find out before we publish the leaflets? Bird watching, nature walks, nudist camps. Racing is the third one. Nab Hill. My hill. I'm gonna nab it. The Tangential Gaze. New voices from the Edge of Meaning. Open 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. daily until 8 p.m. on Thursdays. You lucky son of a... £6 entry. £3 concessions. Oh, I love that. But when the concessions are half as cheap as the entry. The Lighthouse Yoga Retreat. While I commend them for trying to get as close to the sun as possible, it seems like they're limiting their ability to expand the yoga class by holding it on top of a rather limited lighthouse balcony space. It's none of my business, really. It's none of my business. Oh, look, he's downward facing his... Frank's Volcano Boat Tours. Parties catered for, but not tolerated. Do call Frank. Frank! Frank! Oh, God. Queen of the Isles. To Penzance with us. Arr! Alright. Museum souvenirs, £1 each. Museum cigarettes, those are not for sale. Future uncertain for museum. Shelmerston closed its doors this week for what could be the final time, following the death of its beloved founder and curator Maurice Lupton, who passed away last month, unceremoniously. I mean, after a memorial ceremony, I spoke too soon, held at the museum doors were kept open to allow visitors to pay their respects. Just letting people wander in and out? Just wandering? Okay, I mean, there's no curator, but... Now its future is in doubt. Mr. Lupton stipulated that the museum building and its contents be left to the town, but as yet no one has been found to take over its running. Kids today too interested in their hula hoops to get down to the hard work of curating. Geodes, let me fill you in. This is very important. They are volcanic rocks that are hollow, with mineral matter and often crystals on their inner surfaces. Ow! That's sharp. While geodes are usually split in two to reveal their beautiful interiors, these two have been left uncut. We can only guess at the wonders they contain. I don't have to guess, as I am a ghost and can peer inside. Peer inside, Morris. Do. Okay, apparently he's shy. But maybe soon we'll be able to peer inside. The snow globe of Shelmerston. Shake it up and watch the all-natural disaster. This is starting to seem a little untoward. I better stop shaking it before we get pulled over by the police. Oh, what's this? A Grankin model. Creatures said to live on Shelmerston who will bring luck to anyone who happens to find one. It's nice to meet you, sir. Look at your cute little eyes. It's weird that they're in the middle of your body, what some might call, the thorax. Others might more accurately call it the torso. Good to meet you. Free entry. Morris, you dog. Oh, the museum. I'm sorry. Speak ill of the dead. See, look, how many yoga folks could you even fit on there? That's like 3, 4 yoga folks if they've been doing yoga for a while and are quite svelte. I don't know. I don't know if this is wise. What's around the backside of the desk? Oh, let's sneak a peek at the backside. There's so many little things to explain. Oh, I'm still getting the controls and having physical human hands, you see. There it is. Morris's records of the objects brought into the collection. Their origin and date from 2008 until his death. From 1991 to 2008, and the largest selection from 1972 to 1991. Let's start with the past. Open it, Morris. Tell me your filthy secrets from the late 70s. Tell me, did you ever watch those late 70s movies? You know the ones I mean. Apparently he did not keep any records of note. He was a shoddy curator and he will not be missed. How do I? I'm sure there's a little bit more to that. We'll figure it out. Notepad and highlighter. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Morris, you've kept records. What have you been curating? At least you do not care to review the records you kept during your physical life. That's fair. I mean, now that you're dead, you probably have better things to do than go back over the, mundanities of your day-to-day. That is seemingly the entire point of the game, though, so I'm wondering, will we ever be able to go through the mundanities, Morris? I feel that there's some favoritism at play with these pencils. I'm Not sure what gives me that impression. Don't point them directly at your eyes. Point them away from your eyes. And don't... No! 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 Ah! I'm totally outside now. Thank you for that. Thank you, Morris. We have some Shelmerston Museum pins. Again, quite sharp, like the inside of a geode, crusted with mineral matter. I'm learning so much. Rubbers! Is that the way to say it? I think here in the States we might say eraser, as though to avoid confusion. But good for you for practicing safe museum visit. Morris, you've thought... Alright. Enough of this reception desk. I grow tired of it. Shelley?
Hmm?
Shelby? I forget.
No, I couldn't.
Sparky, that's right.
That sounds like
Not close at all.
Sparky.
Hey, Spark.
Is that
What are you
you?
doing in there? Find this. Okay. Okay. Sparky's ashes. Be very careful. Try not to shake and or spill the ashes. That would be desperately unkind. Okay. Seemingly her dog tag is not in her ashes. Oh, it's my ashes. That's nice. We get to be together, even in the afterlife. Hello, hello. So nice to see you guys there. Welcome. You've picked up the crate for Arya and are waiting for the plumber. Good. I hope he leaves post-haste after fixing your issue, plumber, but so that Arya can get out of the crate and once again be free, frolicking through the undergrowth. Where is that dog tag? Back of the picture frame? Is that where you would keep such... Let's pry it open. Okay, let's not pry it open then. Let's just pretend that we did. So that I don't look so viciously stupid. You think I'd be used to it by now, though. Small-leaved gum. I weirdly don't have a joke for that. Okay, let's just... Is it underneath the potted plant? No, it's too small-leaved for that, you see. I must have hidden it inside to... Go into the table like the other table. No, foolish of me to even assume. Not seeing anything out of the ordinary, except for the massive blood stain. Well, you guys... I must... Okay, so where, if not in the shrine to Sparky, where would the dog tag be? I cannot go any lower, despite my see the butt. The only thing I did not interact with directly are the binoculars, so let's do that. Let's peer through the binoculars. As a ghost, can you see into the other dimensions? Can you see the plane of the Squid Man? Nope. Disappointed in you, Morris. It's okay, though. You don't have to care about such things, being dead and all. So I cannot seem to go deeper. I can back and forth it. I cannot see the rest of the museum, meaning the dog tag has to be somewhere nearby in the front. If I unfold this newspaper, I find what I'm looking for. The packet. The Shelmerston packet. Oh, that's such a cute name for a newspaper. I love it. Apparently there's a sale on crab claws. Poor Mr. Crab. And his poor little claws. I don't know. I already don't know. I feel like it is in Sparky's ashes is where we should be looking, as that is what seems to have started all the barking, which now will not cease. Oh no, it will not cease, the barking. Is it a matter of just angling it the right way, so that he can peer inside with his special ability? Ah, yes. I see now. Hey, Sparky.
Morris,
Hey.
come with me. I need to show you something.
I didn't know you could talk. All right. After you, Madam Sparky. You can't see me drinking this time around because, well, frankly, I look hideous.
Sparky?
And
Morris,
I've burst a
you worked it
capillary in my
out.
eye. But
you
here's
can
to you.
talk?
I'm drinking in your
Well,
honor.
I could always talk. You just couldn't understand me.
And you can
Silly,
hear me.
simple
Well,
Morris.
sure. You are talking,
Silly,
aren't
simple humans.
Oh, Sparky!
you? What is it, Morris?
It's been so long. I thought I'd had my last conversation. Oh, I'm so very glad.
I'm glad too, Morris. I've been waiting for you. We need to go.
Oh, wait. Are you really my Sparky? My Sparky girl?
Mostly. The best
Are
bits.
you some
But
sort of
listen,
demonic
I don't know
entity?
how long before the volcano erupts, but it's not long now.
The volcano?
Oh.
Erupting?
Well, that's not good news.
But it's dormant.
What of the people of
No.
Shelmerston?
It has been dormant because of the custodian. But the custodian is weakening, and we don't know how much longer they can hold on.
The custodian? What are you talking about?
Shelmerston is volcanic. It's supposed to erupt every once in a while. The only reason it hasn't is the custodian, keeping the island calm.
Custodian keeping
With
the island
gentle
calm?
tunes?
Take your time, Morris. Dogs are better at understanding this kind of stuff than humans.
Custodian?
Dogs are
He's
just
a
like, yeah, okay.
ghost.
Yes!
Save everyone.
Now you're getting it. The custodian is a ghost who appeases the island, keeps it safe to live on. But the current custodian has been doing the job a long
so
time
cute.
and really needs to retire.
Well,
I
the
love it.
island needs a new custodian.
With my heart.
That's right. It's up to us to find a new one. There are 5 prospects
Somebody's
that
getting
I
a
know
promotion.
Of. 5 ghosts still hanging around the island who haven't gone into the west yet. We need to find them and see if they'll
To
take
the
the job.
Undying Lands?
Well, what if none of the prospects wants it?
If the current custodian fades away and there's nobody to commune with the island's spirit, well, that would be bad.
Bad how, Sparky?
Volcano
living.
bad.
Morris.
You've seen how it's smoking. We don't have long
Volcano
now.
bad.
Well, could
It's an
I
oddly
be
good
the
band name.
custodian?
Oh, I wish. But Ghost Code 342B dictates that the custodian must be a ghost who has been dead on this island for at least 1,000 days. And we don't have that long.
Ghost Code
Oh,
342B.
Why couldn't you have died
Well,
earlier,
I suppose
Morris?
That makes as much sense as anything else.
Right, let's get going, Morris. Our first prospect
Oh,
is Peter
look at
Noach.
that little toe.
Oh, yeah, from the yoga centre. Yeah, he died a few years
No.
ago, didn't he?
Not him.
Yeah, I remember his
You cannot
funeral
trust
on
a
the
Peter.
lighthouse.
Yes, that's the fella. He always had those funny green treats.
Also,
Let's
his
go
last
pay him
name
a
is
visit.
Noach, and that's just like classic villainy. Mr. Noach, that's not a good person. I'm sorry if your name is Noach. This is personal now. All right, let's go pay Peter a visit. But first, I have other things. Now that I figured out how to slice again, I would love to see the rest of the items. I want to look inside that little worm with eyes on his torso. Oh, never mind. We're gone.
Wow, flying.
Back into the ghostly plane.
Oh, this feels nice.
What?
So nice
Oh,
to see you there.
Right.
Real quick hi back.
You kind of forget about
You
it
for
after a
stopping
while.
by.
I always was impressed with this yoga
I
centre.
hope the day goes well.
Pete seemed like a chap who went through some tough times, and creating this
Oh,
place
did he
really
ever.
seemed to help him.
Yep, and it's still going strong.
Bullying
They're always
endlessly
busy
as a
with folks
child
from
in
the
school,
mainland.
and then the rest.
A yoga centre
adulthood.
run by a robot. How things change. Well, it seems to be working out, though. So, now
Seems to be
Pete's a
cheating.
ghost. So how do we find him?
If
Well,
you're a robot doing
Remember
yoga,
that
that's
clue
just...
I sent you from inside my urn? The tag?
Yeah?
Right. So that was something special to me while I was alive that helped me channel my ghost. A kind of memento. So we need to channel the ghost of Peter Noach. And to do that, we need to find his mementos.
And how are we going
We'll
to do
search
that?
in the
By
underwear
looking
drawer.
into the memories of those who loved him best. People with memories of Pete will have little thought bubbles coming out of their heads. Those are a sign you'll be able to dive into that person's memory.
I suppose that's hardly the
Being a
strangest thing
ghost
I've
is
heard today.
awesome.
Oh, Morris, just you wait. Now, to recap.
It gets
Find
much
people
stranger,
who are close
Morris.
to Peter.
Strap
View their
in.
memories, track down the mementos, and then leave the rest to me.
So people, then memories, then
You got it,
mementos,
Spark.
then Pete. Yeah, think I get the idea. Okay, let's go.
It's like an onion or a delicious parfait with expired granola that tastes a bit stale, but it adds a sort of delicious funk to it. Pete arrived on Shelmerston to take the job of lighthouse keeper. It was a vile plan, as the current lighthouse keeper had a family to support, but he led a solitary life for several years, seldom visiting the town and speaking only in tongues, and rarely, before opening the lighthouse as a yoga retreat with the help of a robot called M. All right. Finally get a closer look at these stretchy bastards. Oh, there they are. Sorry, I didn't know you were going to be right there. Not. I apologize. All right, we have a paper plant. A japonica. I now finally understand how to slice. Yay. I don't know why when you don't put the control on screen, I think it's not possible. If it's out of sight, well, you know the rest. But yeah, of course you can slice. All right. So I'm looking for some sort of memento or memory of a person. Oh, you've got memories of Pete. I'll be back for you. Ooh. Is this M? Yes, M243B. Robots like M were commissioned as part of a lighthouse automation project and shipped out to lighthouses all around the British Isles. Designed specifically to aid the running of a lighthouse, the EM models were also known for their enhanced empathy circuits and horticultural skills. Horticultural skills. Oh, there's little surprises inside. Dippin' Dots. Everywhere you... A lemon-scented Monterey cypress. A Bolivian torch Montrose. Monstrose, even. Trichorius Brigesi Montrosa. Do you have dipping dots inside? Nope, just delicious guacamole. Right. I like that little mechanic. That's super fun. Snake plant, watch out! I don't see a snake in here. You lied to me. The bird of paradise. I like to imagine Morris is just like literally pressing his face through it, being incorporeal as he is. And he has to sort of stretch his face out for the, taller vertical objects. Drawers. What is inside? Tell me your secrets. Ah, horse, of course. I should have known. Secateurs. I would call those pruning shears, but sure. I believe you. So there seems to be some things, 5 or so, that I would be able to find. Is one of them in the watering can? No. Foolish. Foolish boy. Interesting. Pangolin's kiss. Oh, thanks, Pangolin. Expect that kind of shit from a horny toad, but... Em, what do you remember of Pete?
When Pete arrived at the lighthouse, he needed help running it, but refused
Your
all
memories are
offers.
corrupted.
Eventually, fearing the possibility of a shipwreck, Trinity House sent me to Shelmerston to help keep things running smoothly.
Despite how slowly she's talking, the subtitles are even slower. It's strange. Oh, hello, hello. It is so nice to see you guys there. Welcome. Oh, and I'm part of a cuddle puddle. Delicious. Welcome to your pillow throne. I will rule with a fluffy, comfortable fist. Okay, so how do I make sense of what you're gooping at me from your mind parts? How do I do that? Oh, almost had something there. I see luggage. Oh. Whoa. There. It's really fun.
I bought Pete a plant as a welcome present. He introduced himself very quietly,
Was it the
but
pangolins
didn't
kiss?
seem to want to say anything else. He seemed distracted.
This is an adorable game.
Like
I am loving it so
gravity was pressing down on him harder than other people.
far. Not sure what the direction was behind her voice lines exactly. Like, just say one word every 5 to 6 seconds. That'll be fine. I didn't expect your memories to be so liquid. I love them. Alright, that must be the welcome present plant. Moving past. And that's the end. Okay. There. Gotta find just the right angle.
Whenever I would enter a room, Pete would mutter some excuse to leave. I didn't have a single conversation with anyone in months.
I'm sorry about that, Em. I'm sorry that he muttered at you.
Eventually,
That's no way to treat the
Pete
robots.
noticed the plant.
It seems to make him happy. Look at that cute little chin. Look at his little coveralls. Oh, Em, you've given a good gift.
Then Pete noticed me. That was the start of what became this plant room. We spent hours in here over the years, sowing seeds and tending our plants together.
Is that a saucy euphemism? You can tell me. I'm from the Lighthouse Commission of the British Isles. You can tell me. Alright, that seems to be it. Complete memory.
Wow. Robots got
Thank you for sharing,
complicated, didn't they? Yeah, I didn't realise how
Don't
important
know the
them
half
was
of
to
it,
me.
Morris.
I suppose everyone needs a friend. Huh, Sparky?
Aww. It's true. Everybody needs a friend. And I've got you and you and you. So many I can't even name them. Into the chest of drawers. Try not to gawk at the drawers. I see a small glove, stacked pottage, and a single purple plastic clog. Show me more. What is it made out of on the inside? Mostly purple plastic, it turns out. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, seemingly nothing in the vase. Moving on then. Moving right along. An old cactus. That's not polite. Fine. Fishbone cactus. Cattails bulrush. That just sounds like a slur if you stubbed your toe. Yeah, cattails bulrush. I like it. Adding it to the vocabulary. What's this? The jade plant. It's very crass. Julovata. Looks like it's just jade inside. No drugs or secrets. I wish that there were drugs or secrets. Side table. Unidentified but succulent. Wait, but succulent. Em grew this from some seeds she bought online, but has no idea what this variety is. That's how we get a shop of horrors situation, but I trust you, Em. I trust you. More than I would trust a human. It's for damn sure. The stool. Come, peer into my stool with me, wouldn't you? Would you? My stool is mostly brown inside. We're moving on. Grapefruit, delicious. Now that's an unidentified succulent. Guzmania super stripes. Aw, look at those stripes. Those are just super. I don't know why it's so oddly fascinating to be able to see inside of stuff like that. It's like scratching an itch I did not know I had held since childhood. Being able to peer inside of things. The grapefruit tree is dancing. Oh, is this the plant?
Ugh.
Nice.
Dogs hate all fruit. I'm not going near this, Morris.
So I guess you need to use the memory to target the memento. Yes, she said that. Like an onion, peel back the layers. I'm finally catching on. Dogs hate all fruit. That's just not true. Here, try these strawberries, Sparky. Unless dogs are allergic to strawberries and I don't know about it, in which case under no circumstances should you try these strawberries, Sparky. Oh, that's so cool. You can see inside the grapefruits themselves. Again, no drugs hidden inside. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll eventually get a
Let's
big
find
bust.
some more memories.
What are we made out of on the inside? I don't know, but I hope I get the chance to see. I hope I get to peer inside of someone's spooky little skeleton and suck out some of their marrow using my ghost vacuum. I don't think it's that kind of game, but I can dream. I can just dream, inappropriately. Up we go. Sir, you have guests. More accurately, you have ghosts. Put on a shirt. Oh, this bird has memories of Pete. Well, I am way too curious. Stella, the cormorant. She nests here on the lighthouse, you know. Love everything about your design, Stella.
I was
Thank you for
getting
being a part of
ready
this.
to lay my egg.
And then what happened? Connect your sides. Connect them. Do it. Good.
But my
Building
nest
nests.
needed that little something extra.
I love this. Is it a Rubik's Cube that your nest needed, or do you mean hot coffee every morning? Because yes, I agree.
Found the perfect thing.
An egg separator. It's gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry about all the... Well, we won't talk about what's scattered around the nest.
human and that metal beast seemed quite agitated at their loss.
Em is no beast. What did they lose?
I always hated those bloomin' things.
Ah, the Rubik's Cube, of course. But it's so cute. Look at its little eyes. How could you? How could you, Morris? Into the lantern room we peer. At which point we can go into the other toolbox, or the lantern itself. Or I guess, the first toolbox. Yes, let's start here. Pete's tools. Ah, that was quick. 1 second, I'll be back. Don't want to miss the other secrets. You know he hides the drugs in his other toolbox. Oh, apparently not, just tools. The Fresnel lens. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's pretty inside. Alright, give me that cube. Thank you.
Dogs are
This is
actually
so
very
lovely.
good at solving these.
Very
They're just hard for us
charmingly
to
designed.
turn.
Also, the color blindness, I guess, might be an issue, but yeah, the thumbs and the lack thereof also. Ooh, that's cool. Just gonna spend a second here. Ooh, ooh. Alright, just a second. So we got the puzzle cube, the plant. That means there is something on this floor here, where a shirtless man is waiting to kneel. Shirtless kneel. He's waiting to find his memories. Let's not keep his nipples waiting. His belly buttons
I met
happy
Pete
to
for the
see
first
us.
time on a yoga retreat in Goa. He was the best yoga teacher, but very reserved. I noticed he had some army tattoos. I wanted to ask about them, but he would never talk about himself.
It's because he's traumatized by his past. I understand. His name is
When I
Peter.
got home, I looked him up. I couldn't believe it. He'd been with Special Forces in Helmand and was awarded a medal for bravery. Each unit had been in it. He tried to save a colleague whose leg had been blown off, but by the time they'd reached base, it was too late. Pete was the only survivor.
I'm so sorry, Pete.
I booked the retreat again the next year. I thought he was such an interesting bloke. Still waters, you know. And one evening, after class, I followed him down to the beach. I saw him throw something
I
into the
pushed
water
him
and
in.
went to have a look. Picked it out of the shallows before it was washed away. It was his medal. I picked it up. I went back to Goa the following year, but Pete wasn't teaching and it just wasn't the same. Not as good. Then, a couple of years later, I saw an online ad for his new retreat in a lighthouse. And I booked immediately. I took the medal with me. Perhaps he would want it back.
There.
It was the same Pete Noach, and if anything, he was an even better teacher. One coffee break, when I got him on his own, I brought up Helmand in conversation. I wish I hadn't. It was like a shutter coming down. I
Slammed my
didn't mention the
toesies.
medal.
Do pardon my sipping. To your health.
I kept coming back for the yoga, and you know, over the years I saw Pete mellow. I think the lighthouse was doing him good. He even cracked a joke with the group once in a while. So, that summer, the one before he died, I decided to act. It was the day I was leaving and I showed him his medal. There was a moment of total surprise. I was worried then. But he took it. He turned it over in his hand. The poor guy was lost for words. He gave me a nod of thanks and slipped it into his pocket. Glad he got it back.
So sorry about the popcorns. Did that solve the issue there? It must be my staticky nip-nips. I do apologize. We're inside the mind of someone with staticky nip-nips, and, well, it leads to all sorts of issues. Thank you for the warning, though.
Oh, Pete. I had no idea.
How could you have known, Morris? Alright, so where would he be keeping the medal? In this big drawer. This big-ass drawer here, yes. That's the one. Nope, seemingly not. That's where he keeps his oversized wrench. And his vodka and orange juice. Bulbs and light. Matches. How about in the matchbox? How big is the medal? Too big for such a thing? Sure. His love of the halfling's leaf has slowed his... Walkie-talkie. It crackles late at night because of the ghosts. What is inside a walkie-talkie? Sorcery! And a receiver. 2 things. About this book. Case. That sounds promising. A conspicuous gallantry cross, awarded when Pete was serving in Helmond. Yoink. Ghostly memento retrieved. Dripping with tragedy.
This is a conspicuous gallantry cross. They don't give those to just anybody.
Only the conspicuous? Gallant, I presume? Alright, anything else worth sussing out in Neil's little hideaway here? Nope. Can't press my face far enough forward for that. Fair enough. What are you keeping in your suspicious side table, Neil? It's... Korok stones. Nice. 2. Not the same color, though. No matchies. I mean, we did find That's not what I mean. It's not what
Hey, I'm starting to pick up the scent of something else here. I think it's Grenkins.
Grenkins?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're tiny spirits, distant relations of the island spirit. Apparently, they bring good luck. When we get close to one,
Oh, yeah.
I'll pop up and let you know.
Okay, Sparky.
Thanks, Sparky. I'd love those collectible achievements that they surely lead to. What are you sniffing? In. Okay. Is that like a stethoscope? Is it some sort of electrical piece? Manufactured in Kettering by the now defunct Orion Bulb Factory in 1953. As were the rest. I'm sorry that it's defunct. That's sad. The Kandahar Golf Club. A photo of Pete taken by Kassem trying to get out of the sand. Not successfully. Who are you? How did you get in here? Fiona Thornby. You've been a Thornby in my side for too long, Fiona. Alright, I can't seem to go back into that doorway. Maybe it's something in the bulb bench. There we go. Huh? Nothing really looks like the small circuit and stethoscope I'm seeing there. This kinda does, but has nothing. Alright. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be leading me towards. If there was something of a similar shape, we'd be off to the races. The ship's telegraph. Dit, da, da. Sorry I had to use that sort of language with you. Rather appropriate. Aha, here we go. There's more stuff in M's room. Including a very lengthy arm. I mean, just think of the... Never mind. Think of the lengths we could go to with... Never mind. Spare. I mean, none of these are really spare. They are M's body parts. Let's... Be careful how we label... There, that's what we're looking for. So how do I make use of it? There's no Grankin hiding underneath. But that's what we're looking for. I just need to line it up perfect. Eh-heh. Eh-heh. Weird. I don't know. Seem to have... Nope, there it is again. Like, that disappears when I go back to that side. Is there a prerequisite? Plug socket. Also for the dehumidifier sometimes. Blueprint for M, the lighthouse keeper. This model has significant improvements over the 24-3A, better power distribution between limbs, spare and otherwise, 2 extra sockets for high-speed memory, and improved sealing around the head joint. The earlier model of the Lighthouse Keeper series suffered from saltwater incursion, a disgusting fate, eventually resulting in rusty neck syndrome. Oh no. The board game shelf, yes! Scrubble. Downward Dog, the miniature dachshund-themed game for the whole family. I wish that was real. Okay. And Drufts. You know Drufts from childhood. We've all played, right? I think you mean miniature checkers. That's what that is. No. How would I? Downward Dog. Whatever this game is, I want it. It's for the whole family, you see. I see that in the chat. I myself have had rusty neck syndrome now and then. Oh, we start most days with rusty neck syndrome. I'm so sorry. Had I the massage oils for such a thing? But I can only dream. A brownish dog, an orangish dog, and a yellow dog. Tell me, what secrets are you hiding, Yellow Dog? Red! That's not yellow at all. This is just like Spider-Man's butt from that one story from my childhood. Never mind, it's a long story. Yellow inside the brown. That you should see a doctor, if that's the case. This one's brown all the way through. Let's get a peek at Scrubble. I mean, while we're here. Huh. Okay. Doesn't seem like these games go on for very long, but that's fair. Space saving. Yap's Head Lighthouse at night. Taken from the night ferry heading back to the mainland. Gorgeous. Little tickle of moonlight. So again, how do I actually make use of this? Presumably, I would assume I'm looking for a worm thingy inside of here. And then click on it and bam, you're done. There doesn't seem to be anything else to interact with. And I'm a little bit confused. The notification thingy goes away when I peek back that way. What am I doing wrong? I mean, the list goes on, but in this specific singular instance, what am I doing wrong? You old gas lamp. That is old lady cactus. What was the other one? Something about a bulrush. Learning all kinds of new swears. Weird. I don't know how to get the secret wormy thing. And I could just look it up. I could look it up, but that seems cheap and tawdry. to jam a circuit in there. Yeah, that makes sense. No, probably not. Sometimes stuff's stopped. Grabbable, like this was highlighted a moment ago. There we are. Get my right. Oh, my ankle. So this is almost certainly what we're looking for. I like that little sound it makes. Maybe I just need to look at the whole object for the worm, and it's smaller than much smaller than I think. Huh. I want that luck. I want that sweet, steamy good luck. Make sure I'm not missing a control setting. Well, there's not much. Let me just press everything then. Pressing it all. Oh well. I'm sure that's more of a secondary collectible thing, but I'll have to figure that out eventually. I don't know why. I cannot seem to find the secret. We will descend 2 layers. Well, perhaps 1 more layer even. Yes, Sparky? How can I assist you? How can I spark your interest today? We're looking for lobsters. In all the wrong places. So there would seemingly be something bubbly? Shower curtain rods, perhaps? Mr.
No,
Whitstable.
not this guy.
Hello, ready
Is
for
that
some
a
fun?
giraffe with a Victorian
hello.
ruff?
I'm Mr. Whitstable. Welcome to Mr. Whitstable's riddle game.
Oh, I love riddles.
Morris, we don't have time for this. Let's get back to work.
Mr.
If
Whitstable
only
just
I
wants you
wasn't
to enjoy
terrible
yourself,
at them.
solve my riddles, and achieve true happiness.
Oh, these
Well, that does
do
sound like a
seem
good
kind
plan.
of fun.
Whatever, Morris.
Oh, Sparky. Okay, Mr. Whitstable, what do I have to do?
Whitstable, was it?
Hooray! Just select one of my fiendish riddles, then go off and find the object it's referring to. Easy. Well, actually, they're really hard.
Ha! Oh, we got this. Come on, Sparky.
Sparky does not care for riddles. That's fair. Alright, Whitstable, what do you have for me? I just got an achievement. Welcome to Mr. Whitstable's riddle game! Hooray. Okay. His laughing is gonna get old soon. So, unexpected spider, upward dog, resting robin, hungry caterpillar, and misplaced control. Let's say misplaced control. Where would there be a TV slash controllable device? The basement. Sure. You're distracting me from the proper work of memento finding, Whitstable, but... That tire is full of delicious Bavarian cream.
Mr. Whitstable is not impressed.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry,
I'm
Mr.
still looking
Whitstable.
for it, I'm
These
sorry.
riddles are really hard.
They are hard. Maybe unfair too. But hey, if you don't have what it takes to become a riddle master, Morris.
No, I'm sure I
Riddle
can figure
Master
them out.
Morris
Mr.
has a great
Whitstable.
ring to it.
Okay, Morris, I'll give you another chance. You'll have to go back and choose which riddle you want to look for, and then think really
So maybe it
hard
would
about what the riddle could
Behoove
possibly
me
be
to look
referring
around
to.
for these
Will
items
do.
first, and then
thanks, Mr.
make my
Whitstable.
selection.
I won't let you
I thought
down.
we'd be able to search around a bit.
Morris.
Is there something I should know about Mr. Bull Sparky? You seem like very unimpressed with everything he does and chooses to be. Is he evil? Because I'd like to know that before we proceed. The skull. Ah, he had some replacement teeth. What else? Aw, doesn't even have a brain. Cute, though. Cute little man. Does he have skull ears? Is that anatomically correct? Do people have skull ears? Strange. I need to feel around my bony protrusions more often. I'm sorry I said it that way. What I meant was... Alright, so once you've selected Mr. Whitstable's riddles, you cannot click into things unless it is the thing he's looking for. Good to know. Pressed air. A life ring. Blue plastic clog. I know where your partner is. I know exactly where your partner is. Neil has it in his suspicious side table. Lamp. This is a lovely exploratory time. I'm having a ball blast. It's almost certainly a bong. Oh no, it's a mallet. I'm sorry. I was just looking at it the wrong. Sorry, Morris. Somebody's placed a towel on it. Create a fire hazard, I guess. Okay. That is some hot air in those boilers. Perhaps water, even. As air wouldn't really do much good coming out the faucets. Provisions. Mostly quinoa and couscous. Dishes. I think it's turned into some sort of golden honey over time. Sack truck?
Okay,
What?
we're in the right place. But now we need to slice and rotate this object to just the right spot to get the Grenken.
Oh, well, I could have used that information back on the soldering iron, Sparky. This is the information I needed 3 floors up. Okay, great. We'll use this as the tutorial. Because it's literally the yeah, you know. Toot. Okay, that's close-ish. I'm feeling a vibratory sort of back. Less close-ish. Grenken, 1 of 9. Thank you, Sparky. You absolute champion, you.
Hello, Grenken. Good to see you. Morris, these spirits have been on Shelmerston for thousands of years. They
Good to
bring
meet you,
good luck.
spirits.
We should definitely keep finding them.
I will take good care of you here in Morris's warm, warm pockets. Fear not. Alright, back to the task at hand. Or I suppose back to the soldering iron, which I will consider to be the task at hand. It is weird though, because it's like I obviously needed that active. That's like a ping, ping, ping radar. And when it's not active, neither is the event in question. So is there just another thing in here that has one of those exact same looking circuits? We'll check. Seems silly that there's one right beyond the door. A hand trio. I'm not feeling any vibratory feedback whatsoever this time around. Maybe in the walkie-talkie. Yes, okay. Does have a similar setup in the walkie-talkie. Hooray. Sometimes there will be decoy items that make you think you found the Grankin, but no. No. Truly, this is an afterlife of twisted cruelty. And decoy items. Sir, a shirt! I beg your belly button. You're smiling, happy... No, do whatever you want. Don't listen to me. Alright, what is that exactly? Could be a futuristic ski lift? Or perhaps 2 keys of a piano stuck inside of a pear. Perhaps it is part of M herself. I'm not sure if she's... Ooh! Searchable. No, seemingly not. Not after the initial memories, at least. Okay. Check the big chests of drawers again. I don't think that would be the shears. But perhaps something of a similar shape. Not a glove or a clog, certainly. I don't think it's like part of a grapefruit. Hyacinth. Delightful. Not seeing anything of note on the upper shelves. Scrolling through all the plants to see if there's something buried. I don't think so. So these are obvious secondary objectives that we don't really have to spend a ton of time on until I'm going for 100% or whatever. But I would be curious to find at least the ones that are knowable objects. I have no idea what this one could be right now. And there's so many plants in here, including the Marge Simpson. Delightful. String of nickels. Jack nickel string. And also Jack found in general. Let's move on. We'll see if we can pick up a couple of those for sure. Alright, I think we're done with the top 2 floors. We have not peered into the restroom just yet. Is there a lobster in the toilet? Let's check. There is a lobster in the cistern. Hello. What are you doing up here? You silly cutie. Yeah, it's a lobster. Nice. Instead of... I have no idea what the one floor up is. What am I looking for, exactly? Okay, no memories on this floor, but there is one more Grankin to find. As well as our dear friend, Mr. Victorian Neckruff Giraffe. Wooden elephants. You can see the grain inside. It's my favorite kind of elephant. Alright, there really doesn't seem to be anything on the front wall. Ah, times, of course. Just gotta line it up. There we go. This is fantastic. Alright. We'll be back to Mr. Whittleshins. I forget his name already. Mr. Licksp... It's Jennifer Leslie. Why, you look just like Fiona Thornby, if you don't mind me saying. Do you have any dots in your bag? Well, David Brassington's kit bag, I should say. Yes, you do have dots in your bag. Hooray. He looks like a little bomb from a Zelda game. Luckily, I'm already... Alright, into your memories, Jennifer.
I just got divorced
Tell
and
me of
really wanted
Pete.
to go on a golfing holiday, but my best mate Tammy somehow talked me into doing a yoga retreat instead.
Classic Tammy. Golfing holiday? No.
Yoga
Come
made
with
feel
me to the
weird and uncomfortable.
lighthouse.
After the first day, I'd basically given up. I thought Pete was a bit angry with me. It was hard to tell.
You've caught the interest of that cormorant. Stella!
Exploring the lighthouse, I came across Pete's set of clubs. Bingo, I thought. I wondered
And
where I
also
could
some
practice and
racy
drive.
boudoir photos.
I took the clubs up to the observation deck and spent all afternoon perfecting my stroke. The sun was shining. It was the best time I'd had all week. Suddenly, I was aware of Pete watching me. My heart sank and I braced myself for a telling off.
A right telling off.
How wrong I was. Pete cracked a smile and joined in. Every evening for the rest of that week, we were up on that observation deck, driving balls into the sea. Best holiday in years. I even
Again,
got
I
into
must
yoga by
ask.
the end.
Is that a euphemism? No, I'm sure it's very literal, you see.
I guess old Pete had a light side after all.
Driving balls all night. Yes, he did. He did. Alright, so we're looking for a golf tee, is that it? Is it underfoot? No. Fair enough. I hope you don't mind me saying, Jennifer, that your mouth looks exactly like Neil's belly button. Strange how that works out. Alright, let's check the wardrobe. Sapphire's suitcase. Toby's suitcase. Start here. She's got some smart shoes, toothbrush, a razor for those wayward lip hairs. We've all been there. Seemingly no... Toby. T for Toby. You have... some sort of pin. Tell me, is it a secret society? Are you a reporter? Tell me everything, Toby. I love snooping through luggage. Goodness. Tasteful pirate shirts. Another clog. Seems to be a running theme. And some comfy shorts. Comfy shorts. Tell me more. Seemingly no tees hidden within the linens. Fair enough. How about within the boots? No. Not interactable. Okay. Okay. So we have a chest on the other side. We have a golf bag here. That looks like the one. We'll be right back. More linens, including this lovely polka dot number. Simply spectacular. Alright, zoom in. Pete's golf tee, from the Kabul Golf Club where he was stationed in Afghanistan.
I wonder how
delight
else
this
are in the
is.
sea around this lighthouse.
17. I peeked. No, I'm sorry, Sparky. I'm just talking out of my ass. Alright. I don't think there's a crankin on this floor that I saw. Sparky isn't interrupting us with her classic yip-yapping. Alright, there's some classic yip-yapping. What do we got there? Is it like a bag of milk? A bag of Canadian milk. Is that what we're looking for? Some cheese. I love how there's a whole uncut wheel and another piece of a second wheel that we've already finished. Do get a hankering for cheese after you spend all day doing yoga in a small lighthouse. You peek into the butter. Oh, it's pure as the driven snow through and through. Peek into the melon. It's full of seeds. Who could have guessed? I don't know why that's so satisfying. It's like, yeah, it's cheese. You can actually see them. This is great. Alright, calm down. It's just a fantastic little art project. Alright. Soup's on. Oh, it's a mixed vegetable pie. Let me tell you exactly which. Carrots, first of all. Onions, peas, beetroots, lentils, and tomatoes. Sounds good. Oh, back in. The kitchen counter. Cans upon cans. I sneezed. It was deeply unpleasant. All right. My oh my, that's one big cucumber. Yeah. Tell me about it. Literally, I am all ears about this cucumber. Oh, get this plastic clog out of the dishware. That's not sanitary. That's not sanitary or safe. Are those Vienna sausages? 10 of sausages, yes. Hooray. Delicious. E-urn. Aha. That must be what we're looking for. I cannot zoom any further from that side. There we go. Six out of 9. Oh, we're burning through our Grankins. Okay, no memories to find in here. We do have another Grankin on this side. I would think that's a clock piece. If I had to make a quick guess, there are clogs everywhere that there should not be clogs. Got it. Aw, that one's cute. It's like a little ace of spades. Alright. Sorry to bother you. Enjoy. You have memories for me. Jumping in. It should be the last floor on which we have a legitimate memento. I should try not to find it until we've found the Grankin.
Pete was hard to read, you know? Strong, silent
Least
type.
thrust us
But you could
forward in
tell
the
he
story.
loved his collection of Buddhas. He said they were like fat little soldiers that kept him safe. To be honest, I thought that was a bit odd. But he was a great teacher. Pete was protective about his collection. Hated people messing with them, even telling off Em when she was dusting them.
How dare you dust my Buddhas?
One day, one of the Buddhas went missing. Pete was distraught. Not much affected him, so it was a shock for everyone to see how upset he
It was
was.
Stella, wasn't it? That thieving little cormorant with her cute little eyes.
All of us at the retreat spent the whole afternoon searching, but we never found it.
How sad for Pete.
To cheer him up,
I'll find it with my
Em
ghost
bought Pete
eyes.
a little toy robot. You could tell Pete was delighted.
As anyone would be. I mean, look at this toy robot. It's gorgeous.
Ah, what a lovely gesture. She was a good friend, that Em.
She sure was. Okay, we're looking for soles of shoes. Take me to the shoe and coat rack. Looks like probably these big old boots here. Though I've been wrong before, fair enough. Okay. Pete's army shoes. Is he hiding in his heel? Heel, Sparky! Military map and a compass. Fascinating. Any well-prepared military man. Map and compass in their shoes, I guess. There's the unexpected spider. It's Jeremy! Hey, Jeremy! Okay, so that would be like immediately go to the ore in a boot. Let's try one of these. Do 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 do. Alright. Unexpected spider. And I go down. Go right to the ore in a boot. Jeremy. Oh, he's happy and murderous.
Yes, yes.
He did! Oh, that was fun!
Solve more, solve more, solve more.
So that I can be
Okay,
free.
Mr. Whitstable, I'll
Mr.
try.
Whitstable, please.
Oh, for goodness sake, Morris, we just don't have time for this right now.
Happy riddle hunting, riddle friends.
Great.
There's a very sinister air about Mr. Whitstable. Jeremy, good to see you. Pat, pat. All right, you hang in there. You hang in that boot. Literally, from your webs and such. Never mind. It's not important. Alright, so somewhere on this level, presumably, we will find the Buddha. Let's check the chest of drawers. The sideboard, they call it. I mean, if it was in there and everyone spent all day looking for it, I would have been very disappointed in the yoga group. So good, it must be somewhere more difficult. Army buddies, Pete and Kassem. I see this key. It's rather interesting. Key and keys. I find them rather interesting. Is it in this guy's yellow striped pants? Sorry, Toby, I'm going to have to undress you. Just with my ghost powers, nothing untoward. Is it in the vacuum? The last place I'd look. Yes! Lost Buddha in the dust. I hope we can give it a good cleaning. before returning it to his
Oh,
collection.
what a nice little fella. I'm glad we found him.
That's often how I hear the Buddha described, yes. Ah, what a nice little fella. Sort of more in depth than that, but yeah, sure. The Brankshaw thermometer. So we found all of the momentum. It has not rushed us on to the next bit yet. Yes, we could continue solving.
Okay, that's all of the
Mr.
mementos.
Whitstable's riddles.
Now what do we have to
Though
do?
maybe it's about to
Wow, I'm
rush us
getting a
off.
really strong scent. Well done. I should easily be able to sniff out Peter's spirit now.
All right then. What do you need me to do?
Absolutely nothing. Just let me do my
Literally.
thing.
Do not open your mouth, Morris. I need to concentrate. Okay, so that would release Sparky upon the world. I do have more Whitstable things. I do not see... Yeah, there is this one, of course. Is there a plant that has, like, really thin leaves? I'm just not sure what I'm looking at there. Not seeing anything that would necessarily be that thin, inside or out. The things that might be, I don't seem to be able to interact with. English lavender. And where has M rushed off to, I wonder? Is there any way to get more of a hint, Sparky? Sparky, can you tell me what this is? Don't seem to be able to interact with anything up on the shelves. Go to the chest. Chest of drawers, that's right. There's the one. It's definitely not the plastic clog. Though you'd be surprised what kind of shapes you can make with things. That one is so tricky seeming. I guess the table legs could be a potential thin stick-like object. I am not getting any buzzing in this area. It was that chest we looked at, jumping into this one. The shears. Aha! The watering can, of course. There we go, from the underside. That is so fascinating. I really like it. 9 out of 9. Perfect. Let us release Sparky upon the world. Thank you for bearing with me. Sorry, that one was so tricky.
What in the world?
I'll be right back.
There's
Sipping
many
time.
things in the world you haven't seen, Morris.
Those things,
Yep. I mean, yep. Those are all of Pete's fragments. I just need to round them up.
Go get 'em, girl.
Go get those fragments, baby. Ooh, I get to control Sparky. Gimme, gimme. over here. Oh, hey. He looks so sad without his fragments. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Pete. Don't you worry. Alright, I got your stuff. Now let me slam it into your sternum. This game is fantastic. Be birthed anew from your spirit amber, Pete. And he's wearing his classic clogs.
Pete! Oh, wow! It's really you! Well, it's me, Morris. Morris Lupton.
Of course I remember you, Morris. It's lovely
he's
to
got
see
such
you.
a nice voice.
How's death treating you?
Oh, well, you know, it's a bit jarring.
Everybody
but-
does, frankly.
Well, I'm having a nice enough time.
Peatly?
But listen, Pete, we've come to ask you something. Do you know about the custodian?
The custodian? The person who communes with the island, yes? I've noticed the volcano looks like it's waking up.
Yes, well, that's the thing.
I mean, I know he's literally
We
the
need a
first
new
ghost
one.
we found,
Oh,
but Pete sounds great as a
me?
custodian.
To be the custodian?
Tragic backstory,
Oh,
check.
Morris.
Highly flexible,
I'm flattered,
check.
but
Fashion sense,
I don't think
check.
I'm the one for this job. I spent my whole life and my whole afterlife trying to find peace. And lately, I think I found it. I'm satisfied
fair,
with how
Pete.
things turned out. I'm finally ready
I'm going to
go
force
into the
you
West.
into custodianship.
I don't want to stay around any longer.
Well, fair enough.
Would you
Gonna
want
miss
to come
you,
with
though.
me? I would be grateful for the...
Well, that's kind of you, but I do really need to help find a new custodian. Maybe afterwards.
I understand. Well, best of luck with the search then. I'm sure you'll find someone perfect for it.
Thanks, Pete. I love you. Cheek kiss? Should we? No? Are we good enough friends for that? Alright, cheek. See you later. It's getting smoky.
Well, that didn't go well.
Oh, no worries, Morris. Plenty of other prospects. Well,
Plenty of other
full.
dead people
Hey, Pete
hanging
mentioned
around the
going
island of
into the
Shelmerston.
West. What is that?
Oh, well, that's a very complicated question,
It's an
Morris.
old elven
just think of it
legend.
as leaving all this behind.
Involving the lithe
which is not
and
something we can do
sexy
now.
Thranduil.
We need to go find Val. They're opening the sculpture park today.
Oh, is that opening already? Time certainly does move a bit quicker once you're not in the world. Talking to people, it all feels so distant. Though, if I'm being honest, I suppose I was a little buried in the museum those last few years after... well, you know... you might say I started living like a ghost well before I became one.
Oh, you
It's
weren't
funny
a
because
ghost,
it's so
Morris.
tragically true.
That museum is full of life, and ghosts can't give belly rubs anywhere near as well as you did, trust me. Now let's get going. We're gonna find Val.
Ah, yes, Val. I do feel a bit sorry for her, having her home invaded by all these silly artists.
Maybe. But at least we have a laird who's interested in doing nice things for Shelmerston.
Yeah, I suppose so. I was never sure about letting all those artists stay on Shelmerston, but I must that his heart's in the right place. Well, let's find Val then. After you, Sparky.
After you, Sparky. I am absolutely loving this. We'll try to do at least one more section here. I'm not sure how much of your time I've taken up so far. I'm in my classic tell me time living room setup so I don't see my laptop
how
counter.
The park has changed.
My timer.
Really recognize it anymore with all these artists buzzing about?
Oh, they're not so bad. So many different and exciting smells.
Yes, well, you and I have always
So
valued
many
different
artistic
things in
smells.
And now we need to sniff out Val. Just like before, let's find some people with memories of her and track down those mementos.
You have a deal, Sparky. Let's do it. Valerie Outram died in 2015. Valerie was the daughter of Henry Outram, the Laird of Shelmerston. Her mother died when Valerie was little, and she was always independent, roaming the grounds of Shelmerston Hall and exploring the island. In the early 90s, her father converted Shelmerston Hall to an artist commune and recently opened the grounds as a sculpture park. What a lovely place to spend your time. Cute little foxes. Some of them real, some of them artistically inspired, it seems. He's got memories of Val. Alright. Valerie Outram's commemorative bench. She loved this place. I'm sure that she did. Hard night. Chuck it in the bin. Robin Piper runs Piper's Floats. We talking root beer or like Rose Bowl? Hiking trails, Lucky Rabbit's Run, long yoke stretch, the truncated route, all the Laird slumbering, and Arrow Flint down. Interesting. Am I actually looking for trails, or is it again a single object? Yes, I could see trails from up here. Is this old Laird slumbering? I am so sorry. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Is it because of my wild rhythmic hip movements? Yes, probably. Thank you for the warning. I'm so sorry. Alright, the Vulpine interpretations. Woman and child. Yeah, I see it. Space modulation. Fantastic. Who's this? Ivan Hobbs. Being concrete engineers, couldn't resist a visit to the sculpture park to check out Space Modulation 7. My Roman are a little rusty. Lauren Ahern. Mimi Bergonzi. Donal Thompson and Mariana runs the Kipper Company in Shelmerston's Old Town, one of the first of the fish folk to open a business on Shelmerston. Oh, she's cute. Cute little fish folk. Alright, let's dive into Mimi's memories. Her memories. Valerie's childhood
In the last
friend.
summer, before our GCSEs, Val and me spent a lot of time together, usually wondering how we could get our hands on something to drink.
Small towns.
No one on this stupid little island would serve us, though. One day, we were hanging around on the allotments near the quay when we spotted something.
All the drinks we could gulp down thirstily.
And so, later that night,
We committed a felony.
we went into the woods behind Val's house to drink it. For that ancient stone that they say protects the island. But there was no way we were going to get through it all. So we decided to bury the rest. A few weeks later, we went to dig it up again, but couldn't remember where we dug the hole.
We're
There is
looking
so
for
much of our
booze.
history buried on this island. Stories everywhere, right under your feet.
Alright. Is it inside space modulation? Should we check? Should we check just in case? Nope. Nothing there but the just gradient of sunset colors. Gorgeous. Bushes. There she is. Not all treasure is gold, and not all that glitters is single.
Wow, Morris, this smells incredible. I'm getting scallops, I'm getting peaty bogs, I'm getting roast lamb. Woof!
It's a little bit strange, but delicious sounding. I was thinking more of like honey notes, but yeah, sheep shank. Proof. That sounds like peaty bogs and lamb roast. Alright. Anything else to find here? Seemingly nothing else interactable. Aside from Laura Ahern. Let's check Jessica's bag. Sorry, Jessica. The tea flask for a picnic in the park. Is it filled with tea? It is. And it looks good. It's like good stuff. Alright, you enjoy your picnic, Lauren. Well, you enjoy Jessica's picnic, Lauren. Oh, I can't see her skeleton. I was so hoping. I don't mean to be voyeuristic. Ivan Hobbs, let me peer into your cell phone and see what it's made out of. Barnacles! Do you have a quarter stuck in your arm? Is that what that is? Not entirely sure. It's probably concrete dust from his day job. I see.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
I wish you had earlier, but thank you. Were we close to one here? Yes. Alright, it looks like probably just part of this bad boy. The wavy of this bad boy. Probably from this side. Possible angles. I'm on the way part. That's good. Now straighten out the Stay on the wavy part. There. Straightened out. It's very hard to control it when you're upside down and backwards frontsies. This is definitely the right angle. I just gotta get the shape in place. Which I would do by a clever means of... How in the... Closest when it's there, but then I lose it if I keep rotating. Back down. Here's where it's closest. Looks like a strange iPod commercial at this point. I'm trying trying to make it a less strange iPod commercial, I promise. Seems like you can only use one stick to rotate it when it's in this position. The other one just moves your cursor around and does nothing. So it's like there's only so many angles I can take it, and I've tried. There, it starts to buzz around here, like, oh, you're getting close. I think that I am. Because if I go right, it stops. If I go left, it stops. If I go up, it stops. And if I go down, it stops. It's some combination of those. Oh well. You don't have to find all the Grankles. Grankins? Try to circle back around to it. Shelmerston Sculpture Park sign. What does it say about it? Shelmerston Sculpture Park, located in the grounds of Shelmerston Hall, draws some of the biggest names in contemporary art to the island, many of them as part of the Laird's famous artist residency program. You've got to roll your R's on Laird. It just doesn't work. Are you sitting on a man? Nope. You're just clutching your butt. I see now. I'm sorry. I thought your hand was a small man. Audrey Pickering. The groundskeeper. Thank you for your work, Audrey. You're a champion. Cool box. She's got a grapefruit and an entire Tupperware full of sugar. Nice. Some uncooked macaroni and cheese that she's going to put in thermos. It's a great lunch. I'm proud of you, Audrey. Rubber all the way through. Well, if she's okay with it, I guess. Garden waste. An apple core. It's full of bubble gum. Strange. All right. Come back around to you, Audrey. Maybe this is the sign of the sculpture itself, rather. Full of heavy iron bars, just like a real mother and child. It doesn't specify mother. It's just any strange child, I guess. That does not seem to be the thing. As it is not vibrating, but maybe I just didn't find the right angle. It's happened before. It's Winkle! Hey, Winkle. Join, Puff, are we? Puff and Winkle. Here's something. A wonky bush. Well, that's no way to talk to the bush. That seems to be the one. Alright, so we'll want that protrude on the side. There we go. Sometimes when you get close enough, it kind of auto-guides you in, but I was not getting there with the other one. 1 out of 10. Thanks, Wonky Bush. Appreciate your time. Memories for the memento wall. Fox does. Let's jump in here. Huh. That's not much help. Okay. Hey, Fox. A bush with gloves in. There are a surprising amount of gloves, strangely enough. Are there even more inside? No. Ornette. Fox. Tell me, what do you remember, Ornette?
Gloves! I love them. I can't get enough gloves.
I think I understand why the bush is full of gloves now.
I stole farmer's gloves.
Yes, you did. Mischievous little gleeful stare. A little bit weird that you're walking on your fists, like a human might. But okay, Fox, you do you.
I stole the fisherman's glove.
Oh, it's a good-smelling glove.
I saw that girl out in my woods, riding that strange bumpy beast around again.
Huh. How did you get a camel onto the island? Do you have the customs paperwork for this?
She really seemed to love that awful creature. This was an opportunity I wasn't going to miss.
Bumpy beast glove. Yoink!
Lovely gloves.
Ah, just enjoying the day in a den full of stolen merchandise.
I always did suspect there might be something in those rumours about camels on the island. All that time, and Val never let on. Bless you, Val.
Sweet Val. Riding the bumpy beast. Alright, part 1, The Beckoning, by Klaus Volpe. There's more to the sculpture than meets the eye above ground, but it is not vibrating with radar sense. Part 2 is indeed. Just want to align his butt cheeks with the... Yes. Gently align the butt cheeks. Okay, we got the memory. Where is the glove? Ah, Fox's Den. Here we go. Doot, doot, doot. Aw, look at all of them in there. Raymond, baby fox, as yet very cute until they grow up and rip open your bin bags. It's true. Alright, give me that grooming glove. It's for grooming. If there's one thing I could use right now.
Hey, Morris.
Unkempt
Bet you wish you were
disaster.
alive so you could rub me with this glove.
That's a really weird thing to say, but yes, I absolutely do wish I was alive so I could rub you with this grooming glove. You little cutie. But really weird to say out loud in a woman's voice. It's fine. Alright, the Volpine interactions are done. He does not have memories for us, but let's check if there's a yes. Let's check if there's a yes. Bushes. Not vibrating. Bush. Singular. Also not vibrate. Gorgeous galactic star. Some bushes hold little secrets like that. This looks promising, but is not vibrating either. Something similar to that, though. Bushes. No, still not. Tree and bush. That's the one. This is so oddly addictive. I love it. Alright, no mementos here. Moving on. Pilgrimage by Don Jones, a fine example of land art. Pilgrimage was created by the artist Don Jones, who often works by exaggerating the landscape that already existed before their work started. Here, Jones took a small mound that existed in the park and played with the shape and form until they created this piece that now dominates one corner. So there is a memento back around the other side. Seed eaters, that's into a new part of the park. Let's see what's inside, if it will let me. A concrete pineapple. That is not what I expected inside. Only visible from the top of the pilgrimage, the concrete pineapple was installed as a folly at the heart of the hill, situated in a space that is seemingly impossible for such an object to have entered. And what's inside the pineapple? Huh. Some sort of space mechanism. For space mechanics. Strange. Well, I was closer at first. Back up. Back in. It does seem to have vertical lines. I'll want to keep it roughly centered there. And there are quite a few of them. Horizontal lines, I mean. I always get that mixed up. Vertical lines? No. Get out. Alright, who's got mementos for me? Who's got mementos? Henry Outram. Valerie's father.
After my wife Penny's death, I struggled to find ways to spend time with my daughter. It had hit us both hard, but, you know, stiff upper lip and all that. I always found it best to keep busy.
I like a muscle relaxer for that sort of thing. Ah, Doc, my upper lip. You see the problem.
Looking for something we could do together, I bought Valerie a set of paints. But she never even opened them. I was cross at first, but asked myself, what would Penny do? So I decided to let it go. Then one day I managed to talk her into coming into the park with me to paint some of the nature she loves so much. She wasn't very enthusiastic, but agreed to give it a try. It was a disaster. Valerie simply didn't have the temperament for painting.
She killed
had a
a man,
huge, silly
accidentally.
tantrum and threw all the paints away.
Sorry, Paints. You did your best.
I told her I wasn't having this kind of childish behavior, and I told her to stay in her room until she had calmed down.
Fine, I'm gonna go ride my camels.
She would have known what to do with the child.
You oppressive old man. Guess we're looking for some tossed away paints.
Very hard, that, to lose a parent. Was never going to be easy after her mum died, but he always did seem distracted with his fancy art projects.
Alright. Where would set paints be hidden? Calm down. Calm down, wild, sweeping camera angles. The treehouse. Filled with delicious children, yes, this will add protein to the stew. Jessica Dern, retired but kept busy looking after Arthur and Katie, her grandchildren. Katie, nice to see you. Katie and Arthur built this treehouse with their grandmother, Granny Jess, and spend a lot of time up here keeping a lookout for the sneaky monsters invading Shelmerston. The visiting artists give them plenty of material for these games. An odd rung. That's an easel, sir. An old pallet. I guess it's not an easel, necessarily. It's a pallet.
Your paint really wasn't for Val, was it?
That's why it's a sculpture park. Alright, I don't see any doggy grankins. Though I do see a doggy in this bush. Or maybe it's a pig. I can't tell. It's adorable, whatever it is, and it's found tiny kitties. Oh! Tiny kitties. Just gonna keep sniffing there, buddy? I mean, that's what I would do. Yeah. I don't want to leave this moment. This is a great moment. So, Pig here. Oh, his name is Pig, but he is a dog. That's so cute. Alright. This is like a tiny little puzzle box filled with delicious truffle treasures. They're playing a game of bowls, if you know what I mean. That they're playing a game. Cricket bag. Only for important equipment. What have you chosen to... Yep. The... I see. An after beverage. Henry Nan Caro. Bootlegger and music. Interesting combination. Wilmot Cuddy. No description. And Gaston Perry, or Gaston, a fisherman. And local beer aficionado, I presume. Alright. So what were these options again? Tee-hee. Long yoke stretch, is that like the pilgrimage mound, I wonder? Or are these things I cannot necessarily find here? I'm not sure. I can only pull out so far. Alright, we'll focus on the mementos themselves. Let's see if there's a Grankin in here. Seems to be. Need something with a lot of individual circles. There's the circles. Aha. Almost. Almost. There. That was a rather sinister laugh. Welcome to the collection. Please don't kill and eat me. Or do. Just make it quick. Sargasso Flow and the Seed Giver. The Seed Giver? Sargasso Flow. Delightful. Alright, there's also a very long... I'm trying not to say thingy, but there's a very long thingy. Is it perhaps this badminton racket? For badminton. Alright, you have memories. Cornelia Kircher, quite famous in art circles, as is her delicious kimono.
I spent the summer of '83 with Henry Outram, Laird of Shelmerston, in his grand hall working on a new piece. It was supposed to be about the volcano, but once I arrived, I found myself particularly taken by all the vales around the island.
There are some particularly attractive vales, aren't they?
Henry was a delightful host, always excited to have us bright young artists around, and always ready with a charming question or a fortifying glass of something.
Port.
His daughter, I think her name was Mallory or Valerie or something, was usually outside roaming the grounds. Henry said she was discovering herself and learning self-reliance through independent play. She seemed feral to me.
That's hurtful. To the child?
One day,
All right,
I
moving
came
on.
across the perfect finishing touch to my sculptural masterpiece, but it turned out to belong to the wretched child. I tried to explain to her why I needed it,
not a
but she
fan of the
snatched it
child.
away and walked off.
But she is quite famous in sculpture circles, you see.
I went to Henry, thinking he could make her give me the boat. But to my astonishment, Henry told me it was up to her if she wanted to give it to me. Henry called his daughter and we all talked about it. When Henry suggested that maybe I could buy the boat, her little eyes lit up. It cost me £200 for that little wooden boat, but it was worth it.
Henry was a good dad at heart, caring about Val's feelings, and treating her like a grown-up even when she was little. Partly how she became so independent, I reckon. I know it was tough on him, but they both turned out pretty well.
Yeah. He's in a wheelchair and she's dead. They both turned out pretty well. My apologies to the family. There's the little wooden boat. Oh, it's so perfect. In the belly of the whale. Alright, we already found the other thing we needed here, right? Let me just make sure there's not another one that activates here. Seemingly not. Aw, bird's nest. Each egg is carved from a rare birch tree, it said. Nice. Such delightful sculptures. Alright, let's get this boat. Definitely worth £200.
I wonder how many people even saw this.
Jonah did, certainly, if the mythology is to be believed. Oh, it is a lovely bit of greenery. You're right. Oh, and so pretty. So pretty. I like watching that root structure bounce. That makes it sound creepy, but I just, you know, like watching that root structure bounce, baby. Alright, so there is one more memory. Looks like it's his again. Unless this is a new person in a wheelchair. Let's check. The Laird as a camel. It's a striking resemblance. I love it. There's another sculpture we had not seen over here, as well as some bird houses. Nice. And a top. A giant top. What's this? Hector Leclerc. Are you a living pear, sir? I don't know what to make of Hector Leclerc. All right. Good to meet you, sir. There are shapes inside a top that must be arranged just so. Just so. Just straighten that bottom out. There. See that in the chat. I swear, one of these days I will be able to stay awake for an entire stream. Well, that's rather the point. I'm glad you can doze off. To my dulcet tones. Oh, yes. You are having such a good sleep right now, I bet. It's ruined it? Wide awake? Terrified for my life? Okay. It's very flattering. Sally Mapes, the florist, as well as Godfrey Bowen, the landlord. The camel has no landlord. The camel needs no king. Alright. The laird as a camel. I'm assuming that's probably where we'll find said memento. There is no doggy item here, so let's make that our lap. We'll try to find the other Grenkins first. Here's one. Oh, in here, I assume. No? Cannot do it? You will not do it. Oh, look at you. Look at you, little Robin. Got some tiny eggs in here. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hey, can I look into your muscular structure? Do you mind? Oh, I guess that kills the bird. Okay, never mind. Thank you for letting me get close enough to give you a little peck on the cheek. Okay, so if I can't zoom in, like if I can't cross-section the stump, it not be that. Let's try the statue itself. Manatees in flight! Do-do-do-do-do! Stunning work. Just, oh, the clean lines, oh. It's got a little wireframe structure. It looks like veins. So lovely just to explore around like that. Okay. Conurbation / murmuration. I don't know if I can say that on Twitch. Caught me in the midst of a conurbation here. Connor? What are you doing? Stop that! Alright, I do not know what the cross-section item should be, then. Oh, maybe it's some eggs inside of a birdhouse. Let me search every single one of them, though. Boo. Boo to it. Hopefully it'll give us a bit of rumbling when we get close. There are some eggs, but I'm looking for... oh, 6. 6 eggs. I'm a little hungry for 6 eggs. But those are my babies. Please don't. What was that? Almost looked like a Grankin. Or at least the description of a Grankin I was first given. Looked a little wormy like that. Alright. Two eggs. Not what I'm looking for. Delightful. Unhelpful. Aww. Hello, Wren. Hello, little Wren. I like your little feet. You look so happy. Aww. Alright, take good care of yourself. We've got a nest. It's definitely what I'm looking for. But more. More of them. Empty nest syndrome. It strikes us all eventually. Unless you never have children in the first place, and then you avoid it. Though it can be quite lonely. It's the price you pay. Maybe not this set of birdhouses. I've probably checked all of them by now. Oh, that is... how did you lay that? Let me just zoom in. How did you... how in the... Okay, I won't ask inappropriate questions about your Never mind. Alright, let's check these other birdhouses. Somebody must have some eggs for me. 2. Over easy. What's this? Green finch and linnet bird, nightingale, blackbird. Why does your neck crane that way? Blink twice if you need a chiropractor. I'm not feeling any rumbling, and I'm not finding any nests with 5 eggs. So maybe that is not the right thing to look for. But it sure has put us on a merry little chase. I am literally chasing geese right now. 3 in a nest, that's better. Not feeling any rumbling, or I would think we might have to try for that one. Oh, I guess we can't get... we can zoom in, good. Can't get quite close enough otherwise. It's weird that another ring inside the eggs, though. When I cross-section these, it's all yolk all the way through, but those have like something else, a third layer in the middle, and so maybe they're not eggs at all. A little hard to tell. Could be some sort of flower or something. I would assume it's the tree itself, but we can't cross-section that. Confusing. Leaves me floundering in the dark. Like the twisted neck of a blackbird. Just floundering and floundering. Alright. What else is interactable? There are not like higher areas of the tree that can be interacted with. It's just the birdhouses. We have a bush. Aha! Seems like the spot. Lovely. Glad we got to peek in all those birdhouses, even if it was a hideous waste of your time. Thank you. 8 out of 10. We have one more memento to find afterward. Let's try to get these crankins while we're on a roll. The picnic. Hooray. What would that be? I don't suppose any of you are wearing a prosthetic foot. Could I take a quick peek? These are sandwich boxes. Where are the sandwiches? A cheap quiche. Good God, that sounds delicious. Could I please have a slice? Look at how thick it is. Thick with quiche. Oh, yes. The picnic basket. Seems to be the place. Guess we want that circle then. Probably from the other angle, so the lid will create our boot. A boot effect. Lovely. Could I interest you in a brief cross-section of egg loaf, Sparky? Did you enjoy that? Thank you for letting me visit your picnic. I love you. Goodbye. And ooh, for the record. Alright, that just leaves this one, right? This is our 10 out of 10. Golly. Oh, golly. Alright. There we go. Much easier that time. Just get lost in the angles. Ooh, who's this tall, dark strength with his knobbly knees? I love him. Back to the mementos. Hello, my friend. I missed your hollow stare into the nether regions of space, to
The
clarify.
famous sculptor Vernon Russet was working on a huge statement piece in my honor. A statue of a camel with my head. When I saw it, I felt
The statement
quite
being?
uncomfortable, but
My
I didn't want
humps.
to upset him.
My humps.
Poor Vernon could be awfully temperamental, sinking into dark moods for days.
My lovely lairdy lumps.
The week before the
God, they
public
came
unveiling,
together.
Vernon had me visit the statue. He needed to make some final adjustments to the face. Valerie came along too. She looked like thunder. She hated that statue and wasn't afraid to show it. I couldn't help thinking how like her mother she was.
Because her only escape from her rather overbearing at times father and her oppressive life of constant contemporary art discussion was riding camels through the forest, and now you've combined those two things into a singular concept that she will see every day and never be able to separate.
When the statue was revealed, the nose was missing. Fortunately, we all managed to cover our surprise and act like nothing was wrong, so no one was any the wiser. Some fellow from the Times wrote a glowing review, so Vernon wasn't too glum about it.
I thought he called Vernon a hoodlum, but no, he wasn't too glum about it. I see now.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened to that nose.
Oh, we all know what happened to that nose. I found the sledgehammer.
Aha, the old Outram spirit. Good for you, Valerie. Your mother would have been proud of you.
Just throw the nose into the forest. Away with your nose. Way to go, Val.
Your Val told me about this. She had a whole speech prepared in case they figured out it was her who cut that nose off. But she never even needed it.
Keep her manifesto for later. Her manifest nose. Alright, we should be able to find the nose and release. I doubt it's in the statue itself. Aw, the Laird's coffin. The keen member of the Coffin Club movement and asked that the sculpture double as a mausoleum. This will be his final resting place, some days from now. Mark it. Well, that's interesting. I would also like to be buried inside a camel. Wait. Phrasing. Wait. The wooded area, a great place to lose things. An overgrown bush, just like my father's overgrown sense of self-importance. Oh, there's so many layers in this bush. We're going deeper and deeper. It is so overgrown in here. Goodness. It's like a little surprise. A stone nose, sliced off with a single blow from a heavy chisel. Ah, right up the nostrils. God, warn me first.
Oh, this thing looks heavy. I'm surprised Val was able to even lift it.
All right, many layers of bushery. There we are. There, finally. Okay, we got all our Grankins, we got all our thingies. We should be able to release Sparky now. Thank you guys so much. This is an adorable game. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to catch the hang of it, but I think we're on the right path.
Through to me very clearly.
And hopefully we will be back to find more secrets and goodies and cute little birds in their houses, either later today or tomorrow morning for sure. Sorry it took me so long to dream today. I had to collect myself from all the weeping. No, it's fine. It has been an absolute pleasure. Let's see what Sparky can find here. Have a quick conversation with Val. Then I'll be out of your ghostly hair. Thank you for your time. Woo! This is such a little way to put a cap on it. Hey, Val. Got you some stuff. Still need more stuff. I'll be right back. Ooh, it's the never-ending story. I encase you in Nickelodeon slime for the purposes of resurrection. Gorgeous. Hey, Val.
Morris? Morris Lopton? Is that really you? And Sparky?
Val! Oh, it's so good to see you again.
You too. You're looking very,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dead?
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
You're looking very,
But quite good, considering.
Hello, Val.
And Sparky talks now. Death certainly has been strange. What brings you by?
Well, we're trying to find a replacement custodian. You've surely seen the volcano.
Oh, yes. Poor Aggie. Must be very tired.
Aggie?
Aggie is the current custodian.
Oh, well, then, yes. We were hoping you might replace Aggie.
Oh, Morris. That's some ask.
Oh, you can do it, Val.
I'm flattered. But those are enormous shoes to fill. And I'm not like you, Morris. I don't love this town like you do. And, if I'm being honest, I can't abide all those arty types and mainlanders tromping around. I can't speak for them. This job isn't for me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Val. But, well, I understand.
Thank you. It's been so nice to see you again.
You too, Val. Sparky, I'd love to spend some more time chatting with Val.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morris. We really need to keep this search up. That volcano is looking dire.
Come back later, Morris. I'll be here.
Oh, well, all right, Val. I'll find you later.
Goodbye.
Bye for now. Nice to speak with you. And understood about the giant shoes. Pretty sure I'm right.
Oh, slow down, Sparky. I need to get some things straight.
No time, Morris. We need to find the next prospect.
Well, it's just that I don't quite understand what we're doing.
We're looking for the custodian.
Well, I get that bit, Sparky, but what does the custodian have to do exactly?
Oh, well, it's hard to explain with your human words, but, custodian kind of mingles with the island, becomes a part of it.
A part of the rock, the volcano?
Yes, the rock, and the sea, and the animals, and plants. The custodian becomes a part of all of these things. It becomes part of the island spirit.
Just
And
like
you
Mark
give up
Hamill.
being the ghost.
Yeah, well, a walking around talking kind of ghost. Stop being someone who can go into the West. It's quite a sacrifice.
She can still, like, throw breezes and
Wonderful.
stuff. That sounds
Fill
neat.
those shoes. Aggie must be a legend.
She really is.
I always thought there are those folks destined to be mayors and, I suppose, and then there are people like me and Val.
So sorry.
Destined for smaller lives.
Just at the end, too.
What?
That's a triple popcorn.
Small?
I apologize.
Morris, your heart is as big as the island. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I suppose I'm more like one of those island oddities in the museum.
Yeah, and they were always the visitors' favourites. Now, we need to move on. Next up is Ogden Beckett, in the Old Town.
Ogden
To
it
the
is.
Old Town.
I'm right behind you, Sparky.
Literally Right behind you. Please don't back up. Oh no, we've rumped into each other now. Meant to say bump, but it works either way. Alright, we'll be back. I'm so sorry for all the audio issues. That is just disheartening and sad. I'm gonna go cry about it. But I will be to interrogate Ogden Beckett and his various accomplices'
So, Ogden
memories.
next, eh? I'll be glad to see him again.
And I
His
cannot
music
wait.
always hurt my
This
ears,
game
but
has
he
been
was good at
absolutely
chin
charming.
scratchers. Oh,
Thank you for hanging
lovely
around
guy.
with me here.
Oh, look, the ferry's
I
coming
hope
in.
you're having a
There'll
lovely
be loads
day.
of tourists all over this quayside soon.
Well, I suppose they won't get in our way much anymore, eh, girl?
Not since we lost corporeality. Perfect. Ogden Beckett, a talented multi-instrumentalist, leader of the Shelmerston Silver Band, and keen cricketer. As a young man, he went to live in New Zealand, but returned to marry his childhood sweetheart, Sally Mapes. We'll see you soon, Ogden. I cannot wait. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you here at the Camel and Chandlery. Chandlery? Chandlery. We'll figure it out. Much love. Bye for now. See you back here.